All right, Master Edwards here with a video tutorial on Dosan pattern. This is drill work. These are things that you really need to practice. Instead of just doing the form, break down the individual combinations of movements and let's drill those. So some of these techniques will be new. I'll be explaining the techniques as we go along, and then we'll get some reps on each one of these little combinations. I would highly suggest after each one of these little combinations that you pause the video, get some reps, do the drill work, and then come back and get the next technique. All right, so here we go with a Dosan Tul instructional video. All right, so the first combination is going to be a high side block and reverse punch combination. High side block is also an outer forearm block. The high side block or the outer forearm block is done at eye level, and the block should be at the shoulder line. So not here in the center of the body, but you can tell how it's in line with my shoulder, but still eyeball level. Reaction hand back on the side. The blocking hand starts the one closest to the body, and that is the arm that comes up to make the block. So we're shoulder level with the arms crossed, and we come out to make the high side block, also known as an outer forearm block. Again, the thumb is eyeball level. So we want to do the other side. So now I have my right arm, the one's closest to my body, and I make the high side block with the outer forearm block. Again, arms start crossed, not here, slightly out away from the body. We come up to make the high side block. So the idea to be able to blocking hand closest to the body, make the high side block. Blocking hand closest to the body, make the high side block. Blocking hand close to the body, eyeball level, making the high side block. And then you would relax and punch with the other hand. So it's high side block and reverse punch. So the way the footwork goes in Dosan pattern is this. The high side block or the outer forearm block and the reverse punch are all done in walking stances. But I want you to notice how I've got this line in the center of my body. When we do this turn called a spot turn, the spot turn is done where the forward foot comes into the center line. So this line right here would be the center line. Again, you can easily see that with that red and gray. All right. Now, you also notice that my foot is slightly stepping in as it's moving over to the center line. All right. That is called the heel line. So if I put my heel where the gray and the black mat meet, not only am I moving into the center line, but you see the ball of the foot is stepping in to where the heel was. All right, so it is halfway into the center line, and the ball of the foot on the heel line. And then as one heel goes down, the other heel comes up, and then that's where you would prepare to do the next move, stepping back with the other foot. So it is halfway in and on the heel line, and then the other heel comes up and turn. So it is spot and turn. So the outer forearm block or the high side block of the reverse punch should be done, again, shoulder level, high side block, relax, come up, drop down for the reverse punch, and spot, turn, and high side block, and reverse punch, spot, turn, and punch, spot, turn, and punch, spot. As you turn, this is where you get the down, up, down. You get the sine wave for the spot turn. So a spot, turn, and make the high side block and reverse punch. All right, so that drill work from here will look like this. Okay, pause the video and practice more, get some more reps on that spot turn with the high side block and the reverse punch. All right, next combination. All right, we're going to do a double knife hand guarding block or a knife hand guarding block. If you've not done that before, it's just a double guarding block with open hands, but same starting position. You come back, same intermediate position. The hands are closed. The hands will come around and open at the end. The fingertips should end up shoulder level, back hand in front of the front chest, and the shoulders at half facing. So I am not sideways. My shoulders are at a 45-degree angle with the hands here. So that chamber is here. This is beginning position, intermediate position, and ending position. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so the next technique after this double knife, and I want to put in this combination, is a flat fingertip thrust. The flat fingertip thrust is done like this. If you would take your right hand and put it out in front of you like this, level with the shoulder, and the left hand should be not under the hand, not under the wrist, but halfway out. So that hand is palm down, and the other hand is in for the flat fingertip thrust. This technique is designed to go into the center of the body here, into the solar plexus area, but the hand starts back here like this, and it circles, and it opens at the end. Fingers up or palm up, roll into the flat fingertip thrust. The other hand is going to be over here, and it's just going to circle and open up at the end also. This is a block, and the other one is the flat fingertip thrust. Sometimes we call it a spear hand in class. All right, so the left hand is blocking, the right hand is making a spear hand, and you'll see how this rolls to get there. Circle, fingers are up, fingers are up, fingers are up, twist as we come in for the flat fingertip thrust like this. All right, so if we'll start left side forward in an L stance and make the double knife hand guarding block, and then you're going to step forward, palms up, and step into a walking stance with a flat fingertip thrust. Again, that flat fingertip thrust is level with the shoulders. The other hand, not here, but halfway under the forearm. All right, so the repetition is left side forward, right foot stepping forward with a flat fingertip thrust. Again, you're going to roll into that. As you roll, don't let the shoulders come up. Let those shoulders stay relaxed so we can get speed in this technique. All right, so again, we're left side forward, flat fingertip thrust, step with the knife hand guarding block and with a flat fingertip thrust. All right, again, left side forward, knife hand guarding block, flat fingertip thrust. All right, there's your next combination. Let's get some reps on that. We'll come back and go to the next technique. All right, the next combination are two high side strikes. All right, back fist, high side strike. The back fist is designed to hit with the back of the fist on this side of the hand. This is where with the knuckles that we punch with. So we want to hit with the back fist like this, not flat like that. There's a little bit of an angle to it to make sure we get those back two knuckles out there. All right, so this particular strike starts on the bottom. So I'm going to strike with this hand, my right hand. So it's going under the left hand. It comes up to about shoulder level, and the strike goes up to the head. There to there. There, palm down, and make the back fist high side strike. Back fist on bottom, back fist. Now with the other hand, left hand on bottom, back fist, right hand on bottom, back fist, left hand on bottom, back fist, right hand on bottom, back fist, left hand on bottom, back fist, right hand on bottom, and back fist. All right, very good. Now, so the way the two back fists are used in Dosan pattern, the first back fist will come off of a right side forward walking stance with a flat fingertip thrust. But from there, the back heel is going to move in slightly, and that heel is going to come up off the ground like this. All right, so I'm forward facing, and then I'm going to turn almost like a sitting stance facing the corner. But what's happening here is this right hand is being rolled over and pushed forward by that movement of the back foot. So it's this move right here. What's happening is someone's grabbed a hold of the wrist, and we're doing a wrist release, and then we're going to spin around and make a back fist, or make the side strike. All right, so from the right side forward walking stance with the right spear hand, the back foot moves in slightly just a little bit as the hand rolls over. And from there, that left foot continues all the way around backwards. As I come around, I'm going to hesitate here and then step forward with the left foot for the back fist side strike. All right. So again, from the right side forward walking stance with a spear hand, there is the wrist release, and as the left foot slightly moves in, and then the left foot is going to spin all the way around. As I spin, I'm going to get to here and not stop, but hesitate to get my down, up, down as I move forward for the high, or for the back fist high strike. All right, so it's going to look like this. You're going to release, spin around, slow down, and back fist. And then there's one more step forward to make the second back fist. So the first one is a left spin back fist. The second one is just stepping forward. So again, right side forward walking stance with the right flat fingertip thrust. It is wrist release, spin around, and left side forward walking stance with a back fist high strike. And then stepping forward with the right hand on the bottom with the back fist high strike. Again, right side forward in walking stance. All right, so drill those. So as we do this wedge block front kick double punch combination, we want to put the hands out in front, step with one leg, and do the high wedge block, and then the middle front kick, and then we're going to go down to neutral, and the leg that goes down, that hand is going to come back to the side as the other hand reaches out. So we're preparing to do a front punch, reverse punch combination. Front punch in ITF is also called an obverse punch. All right. So the punches are done in fast motion, and as we come down to neutral with that kicking foot, the hand that's going to be punching comes back to the side, and as soon as you land that first punch, you get up and down to make the second punch. There is no forward, back, forward motion on that second punch. We're kind of considering this as the backwards motion and going back forward with the other punch. All right. So the drill work would be to step with one leg and make the high wedge block, middle front kick, neutral, draw back, punch, punch, and then do the other side. All right. So backing up here where I can get several of these. So if I do my high wedge block, middle front kick, neutral, 1, 2, and then high wedge block, middle front kick, land forward, front punch, reverse punch. High wedge block, middle front kick, neutral, reach out, 1, 2. So the breathing on those fast punches are. So normal breathing is. But on this, in the fast motion, you want to. You definitely got to see 2 drops on those 2 different punches. All right. The last movements we want to drill would be a sitting stance with a knife hand strike. And the knife hand is going to start with a closed fist. It's going to come back to the shoulder line and circle around to make the knife hand. But we want just a little bit of hips involved with this. We want to make sure we get a little bit of hip twist. The very last move in Dosan, there is a step together and a step back out into the sitting stance with a knife hand strike. But I want you to notice the footwork on that last move. As we step together and bounce into the step, this foot is going to slightly circle out and around to come back into that sitting stance, just to make sure we get really good hips involved with that last movement. All right, so there's going to be one knife hand, and then a feet together, bounce, down, up, down, and this foot slightly comes out and circles around for the very last move in Dosan. So we're going to practice that little circle step with that knife hand strike. All right, so there's your tutorial on Dosan, and next video is going to be a little bit faster.